Is it safe to assume that Danielle is probably one of the worst traitors ever? Hmm, let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We are here to talk The Traitors, Season 3, Episode 5, All This Murderous Power. If you are brand new to the channel or a returning viewer that is not yet subscribed, talking to you, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, and then leave your comments down below. Let's shoot for 1,000 likes, y'all. Let's shoot for 1,000 likes. Let's shoot for 100 subs. We got it last week. Well, not the likes. Or did we? Let's shoot for that this week. All right, do me a solid. Subscribe, thumbs up the video. Y'all leave y'all comments so we cool on that. Let's get started. So the episode picks up right where the last one left off, where Bob the drag queen just got banished, right? So they're up in the turret, and Danielle and Carolyn are looking at Boston Rob like, WTF, what were you on? And Boston Rob is very theatrical. I just want you to know I would never do anything to either one of you. I said, the way you talking is suspicious. AF, like, why are you talking like that? Why is the cadence of your voice weird like this? So, whatever. But they're still looking at him like, what? What? So Danielle is like, you need to just talk to us, okay? Talk to us, let us know what's going on. So in her confessional, Danielle is saying how she don't trust Rob, and she's gonna take him out and all this other type of stuff. And I'm like, you do all this big talking in your confessionals, Danielle, and you don't do none of that in front of these people. Same with Carolyn. Carolyn in her confessional is like, I don't want him here and blah blah blah. I don't know, girl. You the one that wanted to shake his hand before to get him in the game. So Danielle and Boston Rob start going back and forth, talking about how I'm not going to come for you, ain't going to come for you, I'm not going to come for you. Y'all about to all turn on each other. Carolyn is like, but did he say your name? And Boston Rob is like, he said that one of the new guys might be a traitor. He put a target on my back. Carolyn reiterates he didn't say your name, though, which is true. He did not say his name. Now, should Bob the drag queen have said anything in that moment? No. Does it now mean that he was coming after Boston Rob? I don't. So they then begin to talk about what they're going to do. Carolyn is still in her confessional saying she thinks that Boston Rob just wanted to take out Bob the drag queen because it was an ego thing. Boston Rob wasn't getting the attention that he wanted. He wasn't necessarily getting the fear that he wanted. He wasn't cool with everybody like he wanted. And so he took out Bob the drag queen. Not really as like a strategy for the game, but it was more of an ego thing. People like you more than they like me. I don't like that shit, right? So Boston Rob wants to take out Robin. I said, oh my God. The housewives thing to me is so tiring, but whatever. So Carolyn is like, no, I don't want to do that. Danielle doesn't want to go down the rabbit hole of let's take out all of the housewives. Carolyn and Danielle both think that Gabby is a better choice. Boston Rob does not, because he does not think that the Bambis are a threat. He thinks they're stupid. That is always going to be your first mistake. Underestimating the ladies of the housewives, underestimating the people that come from any other show that's not a game strategy show. But so shall it be. Down at breakfast the next morning, at least Boston Rob knows that he's a threat. He knows that he has put a lot of suspicion on himself because you did go at Bob the drag queen OD hard, right? So in my mind, I'm like, why wasn't Wes a conversation? Y'all are trying to pin this on either Sierra or Nikki. The easiest thing to do, the thing that makes the absolute most sense, would be to pin it on Nikki. So by pinning it on Nikki, you do what? You take out Wes. Why? Because Wes has been very vocal, very loud, especially at the round tables, on going after Nikki. Right? I guess. So we find out that they got, before that, Lord have mercy, Carolyn come in, she all disheveled, she all wrinkled, she's sweaty. We can hear her heartbeat when she comes in. What's tea, girl? What happened? Everybody is looking like, oh my God, did you have a fight in the hallway? whatever. So we find out they got rid of Robin. I said that's stupid. Now Robin is up in her confessional talk about the traitors saw me as a threat. Robin. No, they didn't, Robin. I think they took out Robin because Robin is very vocal, right? Dolores is sitting back, not saying anything, kind of going with the flow. Even though Robin has been inaccurate, as most of them have been, about who she feels a traitor is, she was still getting herself very much immersed in the game. She was still out there doing what she could. She was able to defend herself at the round table. And as if you're getting rid of the housewives, Robin makes the most sense, okay? So Dolores is like, well, damn, logistically, I'm next. And I'm like, yeah. She announces she needs more shields. I think Robin was a stupid murder, but whatever. So Ivor, after this, is talking to Boston Rob, and he's like, look, Wes came up to me, and, basically, Wes thinks that you're a traitor because he feels that how would somebody 100% know who is a traitor if they're not a traitor? So now Boston Rob is like, oh, shit, yeah, did you not think about that? But whatever. So Ivor thinks that Wes is the traitor and that he was just deflecting and it's on him. The way this episode pissed me smooth the fuck off. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Like, seriously. The Bambis are all congregating because they think that, they're being underestimated, but they also feel like they're being targeted. And it's like, everybody has such a horrific strategy. It is so upsetting. So Danielle pulls Carolyn to the side and it's like, look, wait, I'm sorry, before that. Boston Rob, after Ivor told him that, Boston Rob runs up on Wes and is like, yo, I heard you say my name. And Wes was like, no, I didn't, which is true. Wes did not say Boston Rob's name. Wes said, how does somebody know that somebody else is a traitor 100%? He never said his name. He floated the idea. He put it out there, but he never said his name. So Boston Rob is like, you didn't say my name? I didn't, which is facts, right? He said, I heard your name, but I didn't say it. So Boston Rob then goes over to Carolyn and it's like, look, I'm going to never do you wrong. I got you. It's us. I only trust you. And Carolyn is still like, oh, what the fuck? What is going on? Carolyn, I'm rooting for you, sis, but you got to speak up more. Open them 2 pieces of skin you call lips and say something, girl. Say something. So Danielle puts Carolyn to the side and Boston Rob is like looking through like the crevice in the door, watching their conversation. And Danielle is telling her that, they got to try to keep their heads on the swivel because she doesn't know what Rob is going to do now. But she is nervous, Danielle, that Carolyn and Boston Rob are now against her and her decision, her big decision, her strategy is to throw Carolyn under the bus. I said, Danielle, what the ever-loving fuck is wrong with you, girl? What? I cannot believe this. Okay. So we get to the challenge. So they arrive at this church. They're at the church. Alan is going to read a riddle. The answers are going to be under these different urns. I should have got a picture. There's 2 different shelves full of different gold urns, right? So he reads the riddle. They have to whoever steps over the threshold first has 20 seconds to go through all these urns and find the urn that has the word that they think is the answer to the riddle. You pick up the urn, you throw it into this little rock formation circle. If gold dust is inside of the urn, that was the correct answer. If that was the correct answer, okay, we got money coming. On top of that, you get the opportunity to go over to the wall of pictures, select your picture or someone else's, and put that picture onto this other wall that is going to be giving people shields. 2 faces up there. So you can put your face, someone else's face. If someone else is up there, you can take somebody else's face off and put your face. But whoever are the last 2 faces on there, those 2 people get shields and are safe from murder. In the reverse, okay, on the other side, if you get the question wrong, it's going to be like black dust inside. You go sit your dumb ass over to the side. You don't get to play anymore. All right? Let's start the game. So Derek gets the first shield. Of course, he's going to save himself. He got the first question right. And then we see Tom Sandoval. He gets the next question right. He was like, I'm going to pick myself. Okay? Okay? I understand if everybody else picks themselves. That should be understood. Everybody should be picking themselves if you're smart, because if you don't pick yourself, you are basically screaming, well, I know I'm safe, and people are going to suspect you are a traitor, okay? So we then see Danielle. Danielle gets up there, and this fool picks up Dolores because she gets her question right, and it's like, I want to save a housewife. Girl, what? Why? 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 Oh my God, the way I was screaming at her. So then she's standing there looking stupid, and we can hear her heartbeat because in her mind, everybody is like, girl, what? So she walks over to the wall. It is Derek and Tom Sandoval. Now, Derek is her homeboy. She takes his face off to put Dolores's on, and everybody is like, what the fuck? Danielle's reasoning is she begged him for a shield before, and he didn't give her one. Danielle, are you okay? Like, seriously, are you okay? What is going on? I'm confused. I don't get it. I truly don't understand what's going on. So then we see a series of people go. They all get their stuff. They all get questions right. Chriselle, I want to say, it was like Chriselle, I think, one of the Bambis or something. Then we see Danielle once again. Danielle once again gets a question right, and she picks up Derek's face now, and everybody is, what are you doing? So now Danielle goes over, and I forgot who she took off, but everybody is like, what the fuck? She once again saves Dolores, and I forgot the other face that she took off. I want to say it was Chriselle. I don't know. But it was like, Danielle. Now, what really got me is this is very glaring that Danielle is like, I'm a traitor. I'm safe tonight anyways. Nobody said anything about it. Nobody said anything about it. So at the end of the day, Sierra and Dolores earned the shields. And in the car on the way back, Danielle begins to float her idea that Carolyn is a traitor. Girl, Danielle, go sit your dumb ass down somewhere, please. So back at the house, while everybody's going around and, all the conversations are popping off, Danielle is putting her dumbass plan into motion. So Danielle goes over and talks to Brittany about how she thinks that Carolyn is the perfect traitor because nobody is suspecting her because she's all over the place. And it's like, yeah, she, she did do very well on Survivor. She got very close. And my thing is, Danielle, you know this, but you don't trust that Carolyn is smart enough to help you get Boston Rob out. Okay, Danielle. Meanwhile, Chriselle is talking to Boston Rob about how she still thinks that Nikki is a traitor. And I'm like, ain't that your homegirl? Meanwhile, Wes is like, I'm still 90% on Nikki. Here's my thing. I said it before, and I'm still standing on this. The whole Nikki Sierra thing about how all the faithful think that it was a traitor inside the caskets. To me, y'all are wasting votes. Y'all are wasting votes. Y'all are banishing people out. It honestly and truly just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense at all, but whatever. So we get to the round table. Ivor starts it off by saying there are 3 people whose names I believe could be one. He's like, that's Ivor. No. Ivor said that's Nikki, Sierra, and Boston Rob. He said, Nikki and Sierra, obvious. Don't need to explain that. Boston Rob, I think that you kind of need to explain yourself. Prove that you're faithful. So Rob gives this impassioned speech about how he just spoke with conviction. And he gave Bob the drag queen the same conviction that he gave him and all this other type of bullshit. And I'm like, whatever, whatever. So Boston Rob said, I'm 100% faithful, okay? Sam then said, well, if Rob isn't out tonight, then I'm on to him for sure. If y'all was smart, y'all should have took Sam out tonight. Y'all should take Sam out tonight. So Sierra and Nikki go back and forth about who they think is a traitor. Nikki feels that Sierra is not really fighting hard enough to prove she's a faithful. Sierra feels that Nikki isn't Sierra feels that Nikki isn't like frantic enough. She said Nikki has been very even keeled about the whole thing. And she's like, you're not even getting, like, you don't seem worried. You don't seem stressed. Like, that makes me think that you are a traitor. And Nikki is like, this is just me. This is how I talk. This is how I am. This is my personality. I haven't flipped up at all. Like, not everybody that's a faithful is very bubbly and frantic and talk a lot. Sometimes people just chill in the cut and peep the scene. And that's basically what Nikki is doing. So then it gets quiet. Lord have mercy. Then it's like, then Chriselle said that, look, I'm not here in the alliance. I'm here to catch traitors. I said, Chriselle, I know you're not about to throw your homegirl under the bus. Girl, what? So Chriselle is like crashing out trying to explain why that Nikki's energy changed. And I'm like, Chriselle. So she's frantic. She all but about to cry. And I'm like, ugh. I feel like if you are doing that much crime and you are that unsure about it, why are you saying anything? You have literally nothing to go off of. But this show just shows you about group think and group mentality and mob mentality, right? All it takes is for one person to sow a seed of doubt about a different person, and that's all y'all are stuck with. There has been literally no proof that Sierra or Nikki could possibly be traitors. They haven't done anything. They're not acting shifty. Y'all suspected them. Do y'all expect for them not to be like, oh my God, the fuck? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. I still believe that it was a horrific strategy. I just do. And when I say horrific strategy, I'm talking about on behalf of the faithfuls, right? So Bob H said, look, if Boston Rob was a traitor, it would be very badass of him to come in right away and vote another traitor out. And Boston Rob was like, it would be, but that's too bad that I didn't do it. So it's time to vote. So we're going around and we're voting. And Dylan is the only person that got some sense about himself. And he was like, the Sierra and the Nikki thing being traitors is annoying. So he votes for Gabby, who is shooketh. I said, y'all are just wasting the vote. Whatever. Both Nikki's homegirls turned on her and voted for her. And I was like, damn, so much for the Bambis, right? Because can y'all really trust each other at this point? I guess not. So, as always, we hear Nikki give the impassioned speech about how, that she's not a traitor. And sometimes people just, everybody's different. And sometimes people aren't just, loud and boisterous. And one thing that we have to learn to do is to let people be themselves, right? Don't judge people for who they are and how they behave. I'm like, girl, wrap it up. You faithful or not, sis? Because, we know, but whatever. She was like, so, the good news for me is that I get to go home and be with my son. The bad news for y'all is I'm a faithful. Deuces. I said, damn, Nikki. So shall it be. So now Chriselle and all them, they crying and, oh my God, I didn't know. So Sierra is like, damn, I'm for sure going home next. So they all in the hallway and it's stressful, okay? Dolores is like, I know that was hard for y'all. It wasn't that hard for Chriselle. It wasn't her fault. She turned on her homegirl with no regard. No, not even a conversation with Nikki about how she feels that she's acting differently. Gabby, watch your back because Chriselle cannot be trusted. It's something about the shells. First Trishelle, now Chriselle. Don't trust the shells. So Chriselle feels like it's her fault because she spoke up and that's what pushed people over the edge. Damn it, Chriselle, I'm going to say it is your fault. I'm going to say it is your fault, but whatever. So Derek and Wes are talking about how Boston Rob is playing the game and that they are so confident that basically Boston Rob is a traitor. They like, look, he been sitting back, peeping the scene, looking around all type of crazy, like we can't, we don't know who we can trust or not, but pay attention to Boston Rob. Meanwhile, Dylan is telling Carolyn that Danielle put her name out, and Carolyn said, I know you fucking lying. Me? What? Carolyn was eating that cereal in pure disgust. The way she was eating that cereal was killing me. So Carolyn told Dylan, next time you see Danielle, tell her put a name on it, hoe. Put a name on it, hoe. She was like, look, tell her please bring it up at the round table. I said, not the traitors all about to turn on each other. Danielle is stupid. Carolyn is so mad. And then when we get to the